Yes, guys, what's everyone saying? Another Champions League tie done, another clean sheet. And you know what? This is actually probably the toughest one out of the lot, even if we take both of the Atletico Madrid games into account, because at the very least, in both of those games, there was an essence of control and a bit of comfort whenever we were on the ball. This game, it definitely didn't have any of that. Porto gave us a lot of scares, especially in the first half. We only had one shot on target, and it was that amazing turn and finish from Mason Mount. But you talk about a player coming in clutch. You talk about a player coming in clutch at the right time as well. That's exactly the goal we needed at exactly the right time because we were struggling to break down Porto. Defensively, they were solid. In midfield, they weren't giving Jorginho or Kovacic a minute to even breathe. But all we needed was one lucky breakthrough, and it weren't even luck. Jorginho found Mason Mount in the right spot, and the turn was amazing. We were calling him fucking Mason Cruyff in the fucking watch along of Blues Fans TV because it was a brilliant way to just completely change the aspect of the game. Because as soon as we got that first goal in, it went from Porto trying to time waste the entire first half. Suddenly, we're the ones doing the shit housing. Although I will give Porto a bit of credit as well because they were diving bastards throughout the second half, literally trying to call any sort of foul that they could find at any point. But we handled it. We handled the pressure. In midfield, we got a lot more solid towards the second half. Timo Werner had a couple chances as well. It wasn't really the best of games for him. But we're happy. We have left this game at the perfect position. 2 away goals, taking it to the second leg in the exact same place where we're the home team now. We're going to get the rest of the panel in. We're going to get their thoughts too. Big up everyone. What are you guys saying? First off, Wayne, chat to me, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
I'm impressed. There's players that I think all of us had question marks on stood up today. I think the pivot of Jorginho and Kovacic had a lot to deal with, and I think they dealt with it brilliantly. I think AC Hive is back in business. I think he was he was solid today. I think some of the balls he was playing as well to James when they linked up. I think that was a good combination. I think James had a brilliant game today. Chilwell, I think he was solid. I'm just really happy that Mount's goal. I don't think he will get the recognition for how good that goal was because Jorginho's pass was outstanding, but just the turn and the confidence to hit it first time in that corner, brilliant. And with Chilwell's goal as well, when he pressed, yeah, we got lucky with the ball, but he pressed it so hard and then had the confidence to pass it around the keeper and pass it to empty net. I'm happy with the performance. I think Porto, I think there must be a sniper in the air shooting them down there every time they fell over. It was like comedy with how many times they fell over today in this game. But yeah, I'm ecstatic. You know this because I've told you this, Lewis. I predicted 2-0. It was 2-0. I stand by my prediction. I think I am deadly precise. We're going to get that semi-finals. I'm not sure if we get past whoever we get past next, but I think we've got enough to deal with Porto next week.
Yeah, bro, we got 1 foot in the semi-finals, and we can say that already just based off the way that we were playing and the 2-goal lead that we have. Big up Danish Baldini saying, yo, Lewis, add Marega to the penitentiary. You think I hadn't already got that ready? Bro, we had that ready the moment he stepped off the pitch. Diving little cheat, bro. One thing I want to say about Porto, it's the same thing with all the Portuguese and the Spanish club. Draw fouls FC every single time, man. Scott, chat to me. What was your thoughts on the game, bro?
I'm very happy that we won, that we got the 2 goals, taking that to the home leg. But I think if we're being honest with ourselves, we were second best in that game. Porto were the better team, I thought, throughout the whole game. We just capitalised, whereas they didn't. I think where there were good performances from Mount, James, Chilwell, I think either of those 2 wing-backs you could argue was man of the match today. There were also some poor performances. Kovacic was nowhere near good enough. Passing was awful from him. Werner, I want to defend the guy so much, but he had a terrible game. He was awful today. you could see how much Pulisic was, like how it changed when he came on compared to when Werner was on. But yeah, I'm happy we got through, but I'm just, the one thing that worries me is that if we get to the semis, Real Madrid, because it will be Real Madrid we face, they will rip us to shreds. If we play like that against Real Madrid, they will rip us to shreds.
Yeah,
my bad, real quick. Every single one of you. I want apologies because you said you didn't want Liverpool. You said, "Oh, who do Real Madrid have? Oh, their defense is in shambles."
I said, hang on. I said Real Madrid would win. Thank you very much. I think Real Madrid will win the whole thing.
Still don't want Liverpool.
You're going Madrid for number 15.
Did you?
I think they'll get to the final.
Like,
I don't want either of those teams, but we're gonna have to face one of them.
No. I want Liverpool all day, every day. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get it. So my high dreams and aspirations died down just a little bit.
You gotta understand, though, like they took advantage of sloppy defensive errors. Like as much as Real Madrid. No, listen. As much as Real Madrid, I watched the game. I've watched the game. It like without those two sloppy passes, two sloppy errors from Trent, it would have went in 1-1. And that's facts.
Yeah, but that's not Real Madrid. Look at what Real Madrid played in that game. They played perfectly to how Liverpool played. Liverpool could be got at on the counter attack. So Real Madrid went, okay, we'll sit back a little bit and hit you on the counter attack, and that's exactly what they did.
You're acting like it was like, oh my God, they're unbeatable type. They really
no. What I'm talking about, you're taking a team that have a midfielder, Casemiro, Modric, and Kroos, who genuinely looked like they were playing a training game against Liverpool. They genuinely look like.
I give them that. And they know how to. They know how to get it done.
It's more than just experience.
They know how to get it done.
It's having the ability to play around players, and you saw how the Porto midfield dealt with our midfield today. Our midfield was not good.
That is true. That is true. Our midfielder is like can't handle it.
No offense to Porto, but that was Uribe, Otavio, and Grujic. It's not Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro.
Yeah, and by the way, once we switched to that 3 in the midfield, once we put Conte in there, the passing was.
He needs to be in there.
I know. I'm not saying I want him specifically in there, but I'm just saying when we had the 3 in the midfield, and they split out wide into the 8 roles, it really helped them retain possession a lot more because they created the triangles that Pep loves so much, and. I mean, Tuchel just plugged it into this system and it worked. That's how we got the second goal, and that was the pressure that we got from that too. So, I mean, today it was just simply you look at. I don't want to say I'm confident going into the next round, but I mean, we're not even into the next round. We're just into next week. And for now, it was a great performance. Everyone did their job. I applaud them. I applaud Tuchel, but it's. We could have done a lot better. We could have done better.
Like I'm not rejoicing.
I'm in 2 minds, just because I'm happy we got the goals, but that was a terrible performance. Like as I said, we were second.
Listen, especially that
Porto
first
just didn't do enough.
That first one, right, where Havertz just passed it across the 6-yard box and nobody was there. I was like, all right, so we still got this problem. I'm not confident anymore. I just can't be confident. If we just can't get one person to just try to make those runs into the box to try and finish those off. We didn't even have a person attempt that, and so I don't know. But it's just
kind of them that's meant to be in the box in this system, but no one's making the runs when he's getting the ball. There's no movement. So like when say he'll move out and get the ball on that left hand side. Realistically, it should be Werner or Mount or someone else making a run in, like because otherwise he would be where that pass went, but he's the one playing that pass. If that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Shout out to Pulisic because he came in. He didn't have a lot of time. We all know. He was very good. Yeah, we all know Ziyech, right? We all as much as we love Ziyech, he has that period in the beginning of games where it takes him 15 minutes to kind of get his footing and get the passing on, right? But Pulisic, he came on and instantly he had an impact, taking on players one-on-one, and he created the opportunities and he was tracking back. If we talk about some defensive work that we had in this team today, every single player was doing their job. They knew their roles, and they knew, listen, no matter what happens on the offensive side, we're not letting them get this goal, and it's not happening. So shout out.
One thing I want to talk about the defense is the way they handled the pressure, because we were getting peppered, especially through the first half. But we were talking so much about how our Porto's weaknesses are aerial. We didn't even see that today. The amount of chances that these guys had from corners, from set pieces, you could say maybe it's Charity FC. I didn't even think that's the case. I just thought we got given a much tougher game than we really expected to have, and we handled it even better.
I think Mendy as well. Mendy, I think Mendy was solid today because he had to deal with some of the decisions he had to make with like the corner when it whipped it in and it could have gone in. Like in a certain occasions where he said, "Look, enough is enough. I'm not playing it from the back. You go forward. I'm going to loop this forward because they're pressing us too much."
Yeah,
I think he was commanding as a goalkeeper, and I think that for me was after the performance against West Brom. For me, he was a much better composed keeper, and I think we've got. Look, I listen to you guys. I understand that we've got this issue where we're not sure because obviously of how some of the performances was. I get that, but let's get happy. Look, we're in the quarterfinals for the first time in 7 years, and we've won the first leg. And they peppered us, but we didn't look like we was going to concede. I know they had chances and they could have scored, but to my occasion, watching the whole game, I didn't feel like we was going to lose it or getting threatened by Porto.
The thing is,
I think we had enough in the tank. I think we didn't play well, and we still won the game.
Yeah, I understand that. When it's not like I'm not. I sat there. It doesn't even feel like a genuine win. It's just that I just feel like these are cracks that get paved over, and then they come out because we can see like in the future we can get taken advantage of. Yes, all right, it's Porto, but when we face a much more experienced opposition, we could just tell like it's not going to be good enough. So it's just like I know I want to feel happy, but I have high expectations for this team. Like, you know what I mean? I know they can do better they can do better than this. Like I think they were playing through our midfield way too easily, and like simple things as shifting laterally when a player's running across your midfield, it's important, and I see where it breaks down. And so when it comes out, I'm not surprised like when we have these breakdowns.
You can take it a step further. As I said, you can take it a step further and say,
I can't hear you.
We haven't seen a Chelsea side that has gone down and then had to come back and,
that's true,
win a game. So, and if we have to experience that in a Champions League, that's as much as pressure as you can put on a player. And so that's the only thing I'm really worried about, because this was our main problem under Frank. Once we went down, it was over. There was nothing we could do. We simply could not. We did not have the. I don't know what it is. It's the passion, the aggression, the effort. We just didn't have none of it. And it was something that I think we can build now. And hopefully, if we start scoring these goals and start actually converting these chances, that we might not have to experience. But that's the only thing I'm worried about, is we're just not converting as efficiently as we should, man.
But it's Dax. It's also frustrating. This is what's happening. Like, all right, Porto's playing like that 5 at the back, and we're trying to dump balls over. But it's like they like make that leg swing, but then they stop. So these players run. There's a couple times I saw like Chilwell on that left-hand side, or like Reece James had bags of space. I don't know why they weren't playing to him all the time. But the thing is, they would like look up and see the run, but decide to like keep on recycling it. And that it's frustrating because those players that go off sides now, they have to reshuffle back. So it limits the options, and they have to reformate. I mean, not reforming. So they have to take their formation again and they shape again. So it's frustrating because they're not getting a lot of chances. They're getting few and far between. And that's why Warner looks, I'm tired of defending the guy, but he looks extra buns because he's a multiple chance type of guy. So it's like when you give him that one chance and he misses, it looks terrible because it's like, yo, he's never been a finisher to take that one chance. He's not clinical. Never has been. So I'm not defending him either, though. He wasn't really good today. But I can understand, like, we're not like Reece James could have took way more advantage of that guy, that left back. He was susceptible. Like they could create so much 2-on-1s on that side.
But that's the thing with Reece James that we're used to, especially under Thomas Tuchel. He's been a lot more pragmatic when we play him at right wing back. But after the first goal, like, I'm happy with that. I don't really mind too much because that's exactly what they were doing from the first minute until we scored.
Plus, as well, you saw how high Sanusi was getting in that game. Having Reece there was so much better than having Adoy there because he had that defensive solidity where we saw the one where Sanusi, like he blocked Sanusi and Sanusi went down like he'd been stabbed in the chest. But it's stuff like that where Sanusi was getting so high up that Hudson Adoy was about to drop so deep. And he's better when he's got the bit of space to run at players. So he's better when the left back ain't getting high up the pitch and they're just dropping back a little bit. But Sanusi wasn't doing that. The only time Sanusi dropped is when we'd give them enough time to drop. So I think having him was perfect. And for me, I think he was our man of the match today. I thought he was brilliant defensively. He was always at an outlet for us.
He was solid.
What do you guys think about now? Next week, they're going to have the two best players back. And they're obviously going to go attack us. Do you think the game will set up for a counter-attack, or do you think we're going to play more defensively?
I mean, it goes both ways, though, because if we keep possession as well, and if we keep it well, we can take advantage.
What we saying?
Good, was good.
Yes, bro. What you saying?
Also, if we
man's good.
play counterattack, it suits us though, because they're gonna have to. What is gonna happen? They're gonna come out in the first 15, 20 minutes. Like they're gonna want that early goal, no matter what. So we gotta weather that storm. So I feel like counterattack is like kind of perfect, but I don't know if these guys have the composure to like deal with that storm yet. You know what I mean? But
I also don't think that in terms of the two players they bring in, I don't think they'll set up that their personnel that differently. Like the back four, I think will stay the same. They might put Conceição, the kid who came on, in instead of Manafra, and basically start how they finished this game where Corona was at right back. But after that mistake, I don't know if they're going to do that. And then you've only got Oliveira coming in, where I don't like. He might start instead of Grujic, but then they'll still have Uribe and Otavio in this. So I don't see it being too different in terms of the personnel. It's just whether they come out at us anymore.
Yeah, big up Arthur with the donation as well, saying I think Christian deserves to start next game. He was decent against West Brom, and he was good when he came on today. Werner to the bench. Mook, I'm going to start with you on this first. What are your thoughts on Timo Werner's performance? Do you want to see Christian Pulisic starting the next game too?
Personally, Werner he didn't do anything amazing. He was all right. He clearly tries, but I'm not sure what it is about him. It's just like what one person said, like he's a high volume chance guy, and with Chelsea, I don't think we particularly create enough for Werner to score goals. We don't create enough for Werner to score. And for Pulisic's been all right. He was quite decent in the cameo. Scored.
Was his chance offside or no?
I'm not sure if it was offside. I didn't see it, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it was offside.
I think he was onside, but I'm not sure. But he was very decent in that. So I would be fine with either.
Other ones where it's just passages of play and his touch just kept laying him down. There was times he was dribbling with the ball and then he lost control under his own feet.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's letting me down still. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I said it was a group chat that he's well classed.
One at a time. Go on, Shades. What are you saying?
I said Werner's letting me down. I gave him world class shouts earlier on. I got kicked out of a group chat for that. Like, there's a lot riding on this. And he's not really producing the goods. I'm not very happy with him. I can't lie.
What do you think it is? Is this it's a patience thing that we've said throughout the whole season? But how long is this patience really going to last?
I don't know. I think if we get like a midfielder that, like I say, a Cesc Fabregas type midfielder, it's probably never going to happen. But a midfielder who actually like plays and cuts through the lines. You know what I mean? I want to give him like our style of play doesn't really suit him right now. I want to see what Tuchel is going to do in the summer. And then, like, I'll give him to, like, next year. I can't just get him, after a year. That's, like, so hard. But
yeah, I hear it. But
listen. I bought the man's jersey. So I have some financial ties with the man. So I'm going to
don't buy it in the summer.
Hold on. I didn't buy it in the summer. I bought it in the winter.
That's a pillow?
This Muck guy, what's he doing, man?
I'll back him voodoo and make him score a goal or something. Hold it up. No, I back my guy. He's my guy. I'll back him.
No, lift it up. I want to see the whole thing.
Johnny has a Mason Mount one of that.
This is him.
Oh my god!
I hear my man.
That's elite. That's elite.
I love his got face on both sides too.
He's got face on both sides. No, I'll back my guy. He's my guy. I've also got a Werner shirt as well. I like Werner. He was my favorite player.
Look, but it's just, I mean, for me, it's we know he's not. This is not a system. We all know it. We're trying to make it his system by playing Havertz with him, but it's not really helping when we don't have midfielders that can't really produce. Like, dude, Sabitzer was getting like 15 goals a season. Like, Mans was banging in goals from a midfield role. So we don't have a player that does that. Yes, we have Mount, but we play him in an attacking role, which is basically on the opposite side of Werner. We need somebody to come from behind Werner to supply him, and we don't really have that right now.
It's more than that, though.
We have Hudson Odoi, but Tuchel wants to ignore him for some reason.
It's not just that, though. It's like the main gripe I have with Tammy, for example, that I give to Werner is that Werner offers more when he doesn't score, but he offered nothing this game when he wasn't scoring. Like, his dribbling was arse, his touch was arse. He wasn't dragging people out of position to create space for Kai or anyone else. He offered nothing to the game, and you saw when Pulisic came on, he offered a lot more because he could dribble at players, take players on, was getting on the last defender. So that's the thing. I want to defend Werner so much because I do rate him over our other strikers, but today he was terrible. He didn't offer anything.
I'm just saying, Tammy needs more respect, personally.
The thing for me,
the only thing he offered was the pass across
Fair
box.
enough, at this point now. Fuck it.
But he was offside. So
the thing for me about Werner is at least his electrifying pace is a worry. He didn't show it today, to be fair. He wasn't good today, but you can understand the reason to play him because of how desperate people are to move people around, and that's something that Timo can do. Again, didn't do it today, but his electrifying pace is something that Tammy doesn't have, and Tammy's main kind of oh shit factor is how tall he is and about how
Tammy's kind of fast, but
I don't know. But he's so tall. I mean, he's 6'5", something like that. So you'd think again, all cross balls into the box off of something like that. But even when he does get the chances, he doesn't exactly bury him, does he? He's just he's not.
His head ability is shit.
It's shocking, actually. He's 50p head, honestly. Evening, lads. Anyway.
Good evening, man. Tell me about Mason Mount, Craigo, because I want to hear all the propaganda.
Really? Oh, that Mason lad.
Come on.
Yeah, talk to me about Mason, bro.
Do you know, I just said it in my review. My main takeaway from today is just a different type of goal we scored. I hate seeing that we keep doing the same thing, and we basically got to present tap-ins to whether it be Tammy, Giroud, Hakim Ziyech, Havertz, Werner. We have to produce these tap-ins. And Mason Mount, it's a lovely pass through from Jorginho. And Mason Mount just has this lovely. It's the quick thinking, it's the creativity to just take it on his back foot, turn, and hit it himself. It's that kind of moment that wins you. In this game, it was a Champions League tie, but it's that kind of quick thinking. It's a thing that Drogba used to do in a cup final, just something quick, instant, and it would put you 1-0 up.
Craigo, it shows the signs of like a good player, like. To be honest, that Jorginho pass, like that defender tried to read it, but that quick thinking of
exactly.
He's jumping in. Let me try and take that shot.
And Jorginho deserves a lot of respect for the goal as well. He won't get spoken about, but he does. Even I'm not Jorginho's biggest fan, but he was superb
here
with that
pass. I was going to say if that pass isn't inch perfect, Zanussi gets that.
Yeah, exactly. And again. That's something that's a pass like Fabregas used to make, and I know there was a while people were saying, oh, we need a Fabregas like player. I think Jorginho can be it. I do think he can. I want to see it a little bit more, and this was a sign of something that we can, we could potentially unlock. Do I love him still? No, I can't lie, but maybe I don't love him in terms of starting 11 every single week because I don't think he's fast enough. Is a big thing for me, but either way, you can still see the signs of what he's doing. But no, look, the overall play from me personally, I didn't think we were wonderful today at all. But again, it's just one big moment, a little moment of magic. The Chilwell goal as well. Gambling on a fuck up, and he gets in. It's just different ways of scoring goals. It was a one long pass, and I was talking to my dad that one of the best things about playing out from the back is that you can draw people forward, which is what we did to them. We can draw them forward, but the ball over the top has got to be inch perfect, which is something that Jorginho does lack, to be fair. And I don't think any of the back three have got that real range of passing. But Rudiger's probably the closest of the three. But the one that Chilwell ended up got onto, I don't remember the fullback's name that made the fuck up anyway.
But can I say his last name, or should I say his nickname?
Oh, is it him?
It's him.
It's
Corona.
Jesus. It's Jesus Christ.
Corona.
Yeah.
The thing is,
I'm
kind of made that. Chile kind of made
Someone
that.
said Corona was moving like a virus all game.
Yeah.
Prego, Chile kind of made that with pressing because, like, if Chile didn't press, he would have had time to like.
Hernandez made a career off of gambling on it.
Yeah,
that's his whole career. Javier Hernandez made a whole career off just gambling on things, and Ben Chilwell did it. Fair play. Again, he's only done it once, so
and he still had a lot.
Let's calm down a little bit, but still, again, you have to create your own luck, which is what Chelsea did today.
He still had
a few opportunities.
Oh, wait, hold up, guys. Can we address something?
What?
Someone in the comments said Cover can be Fabregas and not Jorginho.
Oh.
No.
No. The thing about that pivot,
wild take, wrong take, man.
Did you see Kovacic's long balls today? No, just no.
Kovacic
had one successful long ball, did he?
He needs to join Thiago Alcantara with all those idea balls. Come on.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anyone had good long balls today. Like Christensen missed a few. Jorginho had a few howlers. Kovacic had a few howlers. I don't think anyone's long pass was that pinpoint today. If I'm being real.
All right, thanks, Mark.
I'm going to say one thing though, Mason Mount, right? And it's why I respect Craigo and I respect Johnny. They've been saying about Mason Mount long enough, saying he's a big time player. He will turn up big games. He will show his quality when we need it. And today he proved it again. And but I guarantee you, any money, it'll be by the weekend. They will start criticising about Mount again. Mount this, Mount that.
Yeah.
And let's put it to bed now. Come on. Mason Mount is a Chelsea player. Mason Mount has got blue running through his veins. And he's a match winner player. And
but Wayne, don't you think that chip on his shoulder makes him play better?
I think he
played this guy in the chat, man.
Hold on. He was on the other side, wasn't he?
Like having that chip on his shoulder makes him be like, that's what I rate about Mount though. I would say I'll criticize whatever his decision making, but his mentality is top class. I don't care. His mentality is like he knows people come at him. He knows like that people saying this and that. But the fact that he knows and he's playing a chip on his shoulder, it makes him play better.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. I think this chip does help. I think it's similar to certain players we've had before, like chip like Jobba. He got criticised, but in the first season, he came up with a chip and he proved himself. Every season since. There's players
in his first season, Drogba.
Yeah, so it is players who've done it.
As a top scoring the Premier.
But I think
that's why I was to say turn it to the Tammy Abraham argument. That's why he needs a few more years. He just needs a loan deal and to get a cheaper contract than whatever he's asking for right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Tammy just needs more respect and to choose Nigeria instead of England.
He does, but he needs to stop asking for 180k a week or whatever.
Yeah, I think he's seen like
180k.
Whatever he's asking for right now is way too much.
Right. So he wants to show his Nigerian off the field, but on the field he wants to be English. Nah.
I can't be honest.
No, but we tell him on really expensive deal, didn't we?
Right now. Right.
What the hell?
Don't know what was going on there.
Don't know.
Well, I don't know what happened, Dad. But go on. Who is speaking?
Ryan, I heard you a little bit, Ryan. You're on mute.
Yo.
I heard
you. The performance, up until the subs came on, I'd say it was pretty average, to be honest. I don't think it was terrible, but it was just pretty average. And then when the subs came on, I think that's when Porto started to attack us more. We started to catch them more in the break. And then as soon as Aspi moved to right centre-back, you had Christensen at right centre-back, Thiago Silva on. You had the three in midfield and Pulisic and Giroud up. I think that's when we looked at our most threatening. Obviously, we got Mount for the goal as well. That was, I just felt sorry for the guy on the floor, man. That was a beautiful goal. And Chilwell as well, man. I'm saying we play a front three of Chilwell, Emerson and Alonso, man, because you see that half of our attackers. But yeah,
overall, in the background.
I think it was pretty average performance till the subs came on. But you gotta take it, man. It's not easy to get 2 goals away in the Champions League quarterfinal.
Can't win every game, pretty. It was just and we did it.
Exactly. It just showed that we could win dirty at the very least.
And big up Tuchel as well, because obviously he lost his first game, and obviously he was getting criticised by the media. Everyone was saying this is a honeymoon period, and everyone was like, we'll judge Tuchel after his first loss to see how he reacts. And I think starting Werner, I got Havertz starting Werner, I didn't really agree with, but I feel like he made the right subs and he won the game for us. And we're very likely, I think we got one hand in the semi-final now. I'm not going to say it's over, but we're very likely to get through to the semi-final onto Real Madrid. Obviously, you can't play like this against Real Madrid.
Werner's going to be massive in the second leg, the exact same way that he was against Atletico. It's just going to be pure counter-attack. He's going to do fuck all else but run. Which is going to be great to see, especially if we go a goal up as well, or we get to the second half and it's still 2-0 us. But I mean, regardless, he's going to be doing a hell of a lot of running, and it's going to come into our favour. I think that was why they kind of included him, but obviously it didn't work out exactly the way that he'd hoped. But yeah, it's just one of those ones. I've got to dip out because I have to go to work, unfortunately, tomorrow morning.
Thanks for
hopping on. Have fun at work. Make sure you do a good job.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'll be putting money on horse racing. I can't lie because it's Aintree this weekend. Scotland.
Okay, just try not to get stuck.
Yeah, Grand National. Pick a horse. Anyway, see you later, everyone.
Take care, bro.
Love.
Kozilla's here again.
I big up yourself, Koz. What you saying?
Watch this.
Come on, man. Listen, it's a textbook performance from Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? It was a difficult game, but the guys showed character and bottled. You know what I'm saying, to come up with a win. Obviously,
just called me a flop. Sorry.
Hey Ben, why are you talking, fam?
No. The guy in the chat just called me a flop.
Good.
Shades. I bet it's one of your burners, isn't it?
One of my burners.
Yeah.
Relax, man. Why is this guy talking to me? You don't live in Luton. You don't live in the best place in the UK. Just get out of there, man.
Best place, South London, isn't it?
No one wants to live in Luton, Shades. How many times have we had to tell you?
Hey, Mark, you're not involved in this.
Well, I'm here. I'm here, lad.
I want to say one thing. I can't. Who wants to contribute or say something?
Let me carry on.
Get your face anything.
Obviously, Porto were going to be a difficult game. I never underestimated this team. You know what I'm saying? They gave us a good run, but at the end of the day, those fine margins, our quality showed. I think Edouard Mendy had a stellar performance. You know what I'm saying? He kept us in the game. Mason Mount, he's inevitable at this point. You know what I'm saying? He comes up when we need him. Obviously, it wasn't really the game for Werner and Havertz. They got, I'm not gonna say bullied, but they were ineffective. And,
Andy, shut up.
And yeah, man.
Love it, Andy.
And yeah, man. Upwards and onwards, man. As always, bro.
Yeah, bro. Talk to me about our mentality for this match, because first half was a fucking struggle, but the ability of us to hang on to that for long periods and to make the most of the opportunities when they came for us as well. I'm not gonna say sign of champions or anything like that. I'm just gonna say we're progressing well. But Koz, chat to me.
Okay, I'm gonna say sign of champions. We're winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
You've already overcommitted to it. You made the track and everything.
Of course.
I think they said the stat in the game.
Yo, what are you saying about Chilwell though?
Nah, Chilwell, you know, he's a Chilwell. He's frustrating sometimes. Like sometimes he can frustrate you, but this time he proved his worth. You know what I'm saying? He came up. But we can also talk about Werner if you want.
I knew it.
We can also talk about Werner. He didn't have the best game. You know what I'm saying? I think the game changed when Pulisic came on.
Hey, let me do the thing now.
Hey,
let me talk.
You know what I'm saying? So,
all right.
It's one of them ones.
Yo, I'm making a quick appearance because a couple of people mentioned it. Mendy had a great performance today. Just
making black goalkeepers trendy.
Yeah. Like,
wait, Shane. Wait, is your brother the guy in the Trim Vocals video?
Senegal Spider-Man and that, man.
Wait, what? He's asking about the Trim Vocals. Come on, we're here to talk about football. Mark. We're here to talk about football, please.
One thing I would say about Mendy is like it's so important of having that keeper in moments that could take the pressure off of you. Like coming to collect, it may not look like a big thing, but coming to collect the cross at like the end of the game, it's so crucial. Like imagine you have a keeper that doesn't come out and like tries to punch it and makes a mistake and causes like panic. Like Mendy, like that stuff like that is just so important.
On the opposite end, their keeper was absolutely horrendous. He was actually that bad. He was pretty bad, and you don't stick a leg out to go far. You don't stick a leg out to go far post, bro. You dive your entire fucking body. It's
a gamble at the end of the day, though.
If you already have your near post covered, you dive to the far post. You don't stick your leg out.
It depends how you're putting your weight on it. If you're putting your weight on your left, if he's putting the weight on his left side, then he can't dive across the right side. He can only stick the leg out. It depends how he's positioning his weight.
Yeah, his positioning
basic physics.
That's what cost him. Not that fact that he couldn't have his positioning at that, but he didn't expect that thing. The turn of the shot was faster than he reacted to it.
No, of course, but he had time, bro. The Mason was on the outside of the box, bro. Like he had
the spin. It may seem like that on cam, bro, but the spin and the shot,
No, I'm saying in a matter of look. If you look at the position that Mason was in, right? If you look at it from a goalkeeper aspect, I'm hoping goalkeepers study if an attacker is here, what are the angles that he could shoot at? Here, and here. If I'm already positioned slightly to the near post, I have enough room to know that he's going to the right post or he's going to the far post. So what do? I dive. It's just a matter of he was not intelligent enough. Maybe that's why he's playing for Porto.
We can say this, but if it wasn't for him, we'd be playing Juventus tonight.
That's true.
I said if it wasn't for him, we'd have been playing Juventus tonight.
Oh, facts. I mean, Juventus still can.
As bad as he might have been tonight, he definitely saved them more often than not.
What? You comments are trying to roast me, fam. What do you guys look like? Telling me I look like Ismail Assar. What do you look like?
Man said Assar was 36
pace. 36 pace, you know. Like when I catch you.
I am the back or a right wing.
No way, bro. I'm finished.
I don't need this, man.
That's a violation.
Just won today. I don't need this abuse.
That's not even right. Fucking up. I was gonna ask, what's everyone's thoughts about our match for today, Jorginho?
No.
Did Jorginho get man of the match?
What? This is gonna be controversial, isn't it?
Wallahi, so lucky he got man of the match.
Fraud! You fraud!
Oh, I'm sorry.
You fraud!
He did not deserve man of the match.
Who gives that out? Who gives that out?
I don't believe it. He's a lie.
Do you have one?
How this game is finished.
What, did everyone want someone else?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve
anyone else.
Like I said, one of the two wing backs deserved it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Mount deserved it.
Yeah, I was going to be
I'd say Mendy, man. I'd say everyone was.
I feel like that man of the match award had some outside influences, if you know what I mean, and I don't appreciate this.
Bar that assist, he was horrible. And it wasn't his fault. He was getting pressed so much, but he offered nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
That midfield that they had overwhelmed them.
I thought the first half it was more Porto who were playing well against because they just
easy though to get through them, Lewis. It's just too easy to like play around them in the midfield. Like it's just way too.
I think Tuchel needs to experiment with the three of playing Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho together. I want to see that.
I disagree.
I want to see that.
The way that we're going to be attacking with that position, if you have both Kante and you have both Kovacic pushing up at the top of the box, you're going to have Jorginho as a lone DM. You want that?
No, that's not what worries me.
Jorginho as a lone DM is suicide.
We've got three centre backs though.
That's no midfield.
Three centre backs are still pushing up. Rudiger still pushing up.
Oh, there she is. Jorginho. I'm bun you too.
What
Jorginho's decent, but he should not have man. I think he should have been. I think Ben Chilwell deserves man of the match.
I can understand people saying maybe Edouard Mendy, but midfield they just got stifled by Porto for the first half. Second half, we had a much more controlled performance from us.
Yeah.
So what? Jorginho's man of the second half. Like, what are we trying to say here?
First half, I didn't see anything wrong. I just saw Porto play well in midfield as well as us. That's the way I saw it.
I'm just saying, Chilwell, he had a decent game. Better than Jorginho.
Yeah, I think Chilwell or Reece James deserved man of the match, if I'm being honest.
Exactly.
One of those two.
I can understand Mendy, but that's probably the only one I could get for me. Mason Mount, we're probably only saying that based on the goal too.
Exactly. Goal contribution.
Yeah, but that's
not
and he got a goal.
What Jorginho did was just get
But
bullied.
I'd say Mason Mount is our touch player right now.
As Steph, if you want to come on here and defend Jorginho as well, I will throw you the link. Just message me.
Defend what? Defend what? I'm ready. She's gonna get cooked. She'll get run out the end.
Calling you out and everything. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
She's not on it. Yeah, she doesn't have the minerals.
From
The minerals, bro.
I would have shades for people.
She doesn't have the body composition to get on this stream. The mentality.
One sec. You know
He's
what?
You're going hard.
She's about.
I've got a stat for you guys, though. I've got a stat. The last Chelsea manager to win their first 3 Champions League games for Chelsea was Roberto Di Matteo.
It's happening, lads. It's happening.
Come on.
Exactly.
It.
Not happening.
I mean, I'm not.
Me and
I'm
Scott
not
are
gonna
so
get.
scared. We are so scared of Madrid. I am
Well,
so
honestly,
scared.
I'm a good man.
Can you just admit? Listen, we struggled against Declan Rice. Can you imagine Casemiro against and oh my god,
we struggled against Declan Rice. When?
Yeah, when we did that.
When we barely pulled it out of that West Ham game.
Bro,
when we were barely creating chances.
It's not even that.
Lampard.
Real Madrid played a training match against Liverpool. They genuinely were like at 60% and still beat them.
They let Vinicius score.
That was a clinic, bro.
Exactly.
They took it so seriously as a training match. They played it at a training ground.
Rudiger was just time wasting. Yeah, he's not actually injured, right?
He had
I hope not.
He had a Charlie horse.
A regular response to like you put in a lot of work and waste some time maybe because I would have.
Rudiger's probably one of the most important players. I think Rudiger's probably one of the most important players on the team sheet right now because the difference today and what was it Saturday?
Oh, she's hopping on.
She wants to smoke.
Oh shit!
I'm ready. Man's here.
Nah, you're about to get it. Like I got this. You're about to get.
James, you're asking where I got this, bro. He's literally holding the Man of the Match award here, bro. Like, it's done. He's got the award. That's his.
And it's Photoshop.
Was that the when we played Sevilla though? And in the
it's even more bait as Olivier Giroud. That's a crime if it's anybody else.
He got 4 goals. Of course he was gonna get.
I low-key forgot that he did.
Justin, pick up yourself, man. What are you saying? What's your thoughts?
I thought we played an average game. Some poor performances, some good performances, but we got lucky. We two away goals. You'll take that every day of the week. Every day of the week, you'll take 2 goals. You go on to the home leg, and hopefully people can play a little bit better. Thought the distribution out of the back sucked in the first half. I heard it was windy. It must have been a monsoon in there because it was bad. I could hit a nicer pass than most of those, and I'm old. So I just think that
we probably hit some better passes as well.
Yeah, we looked very lethargic too. I don't know. We just looked like we were dead in the first half. Like we were still on the plane. I don't know if we arrived late. I don't know what's going on, but we didn't look like we were trying to take the game to them, except for small periods of time. And that team was there to get 3 or 4 against today. We should have done it, killed the tie off, and then we could have just played reserves next week because we have every 3 days we're going to have a game. And it's just we're a couple injuries away of dropping off the top 4 and being bounced out of UCL. So we need to manage our squad a little bit better, and having a 3 or 4 away goal lead allows us to do that. But we had chances that we didn't put away today. We didn't create enough chances in the first half for Timo and Havertz. And I just want to say, if you look at the first half, Timo asked for the ball several times. I know he didn't have a good game, but he asked for the ball to be played over the top for him to run onto it, and nobody played the ball to him the entire first half. It's like, that's his game. His game is play the ball over the last defender, play on the shoulder, run off the ball, and then score. That's his game. If you're not going to use him at his best, then put him on the bench and put somebody else in that can break a defense down.
So for you, it's a thing that the front 3 should have been different for this match.
No, actually, the only person I would have changed would have been Mount for Ziyech, and I would have put Mount in the pivot with Kovacic. That was my starting 11.
Oh, you wanted the Mount Kovacic?
Sure,
I've had question marks about that. I feel like both of them, they'll press the ball way too much. They leave too much space in behind for me.
But you have to understand that we don't have a holding CDM in this formation. Jorginho is not even supposed to be a holding CDM. The center back, the center back is deep line playmaker. It's either Christian or Thiago. They're like the CDM in this formation.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it.
Yeah.
I think as well, if you look at it, they got the space at times anyway. Like, it wasn't like we nullified all the space they had between the centre backs and the midfield. They still got space. There were still times where they, like Diaz or Marega, was still picking the balls up in those pockets of space. They couldn't do anything with it. And I think that's the thing where Mount and Kovacic is a bit risky in terms of neither of them are going to sit. But you saw that midfield of Porto's where they didn't sit either. They were pressing us as well. And you've then got Mount and Kovacic, our two most press-resistant centre mids, to then get through that press. Whereas Jorginho today, every time Jorginho got the ball, two men at least were pressing him every single time. And it was like he wasn't bad, but he had nothing to do because he couldn't release the ball.
If Jorginho is supposed to be our sitting holding mid, how is he outside the box to play that pass in the Mount? He's not. Those 2 6s in this formation are allowed to be more adventurous. Yes, one is tasked to cover for the other. Like I said, if it's Kovacic and Conte has a more free role. If it's Kovacic and Jorginho, Kovacic has a more free role. But both of them are able to move forward because we have 3 still in defense. Yeah. So I just thought that the distribution was bad from defense to offense. We didn't move the ball fast enough. Passes were there to be made. We didn't make them.
We try to bypass it though, like that we didn't have that like collection from like the midfield to the forwards. We try to bypass that and play them behind, which I can understand because the way that Porto, they had really concentrated area in the middle, and that's why it seemed like we could get 2v1s and it kind of forced us to go long. But then when we try to make that pass, it was awful. Like the back out of the back of Christian tried to play it over the top. Kovacic tried to play it over the top. It wasn't the best today. So I definitely agree with that point.
Okay, cool. Let me check this quickly. Right, with the game against Crystal Palace on Saturday now, what changes would you guys want to see?
I'm so nervous for that game.
I want to see Hudson-Odoi get some game time.
Why?
It's not funny anymore.
Yes, he hasn't started the last 2 games.
I want to see how
it's a shock to me.
Now, somebody's going to have to tell me the great thing that Callum does to get into this lineup.
Take players on.
Please tell me.
Pulisic does that as well.
Yeah, and he's better.
Yeah,
he's
but
better.
Pulisic is a lot more injury prone.
Fair
enough.
If we're talking about what they offer, Pulisic offers the exact same as Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
No, and I get that, but the whole point with Christian Pulisic this entire season is just to make him more available. And Tuchel's already said he sees him more as a super sub. Right now, I'd only want to see him as a super sub, to be fair, because I'm too worried that he's going to get an injury if he has a run of games. So I get that, but Hudson-Odoi is going to offer that for a lot longer for me.
Yeah, but Hudson is not as dynamic as Christian. Okay.
In what sense?
I disagree. I
on
really
the ball.
disagree.
No, I agree.
Christian's on the ball.
Wait. Let Jester finish your point. Go for it.
On the ball, there's a handful of players in the world better than Christian on the ball. Okay? Go back and put the Liverpool tape in when you set up Tammy for that goal. How many players do we have on our team that can do that? I've never seen Callum do anything. They're not the exact same player.
But can is a big word right there, though. Like he's not like right now. He's not doing like we all know he has the potential to do it. But with this in this formation and the way it's suited, say, all right, are we playing Cho as a right wing back or like the right wing? What are you comparing it to?
The right wing. No,
just play them both in their
everybody says left forward. The left side is his best, right? Everybody agrees that Callum is best off the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why can't we play Callum?
How many goals?
Right?
Because he's not as good on the right. Because
I'm talking
he can't
about like
come
right wing back.
Again, he's got if you have Reece James there, why are you playing Callum?
Reece is a bit more dynamic.
No, if you're playing a negative team like a Crystal Palace, you can rely on Callum Hudson-Odoi to run at players. No, they are.
Palace
they
is not.
man.
If you look at their fullbacks, they have what's that nigga? Schlupp and what's the other one?
Who is that?
They got Zaha though, which is dangerous.
Oh, Klein.
Klein, exactly. I mean, who? Even
Van Aanholt. They have Van Aanholt.
Even from his days at Liverpool, he was always an attacking fullback. And I mean, and if you look at the attacking players, they have Zaha, Eze. Who's the man in the middle?
So who would Zaha be going up against?
Oh, Alonso.
Zaha will probably be up front. Zaha will be up front.
Cannot play Alonso.
They love using Benteke against like top 6 sides.
We can't.
No, I think they'll play Zaha and Benteke.
That would be
awful. It will be Eze on the left, and it will be Townsend on the right, probably, or Ayew on the right.
Well, they play a 4-4-2 most of the time.
No, but with Callum playing right wing back, he's gonna go direct.
Wait, you man.
I'm not saying
Can Batshuayi play against us?
No.
Oh no way.
No, in the Premier League.
I'm not saying Reece is not direct. But I'm saying if you want a more attacking outlet, then Callum on the right as a right wing back would be the best option.
So do you bank on Cho stopping Zaha?
No.
It depends on Zaha.
I don't, but I do bank on Cho giving Zaha more defensive work to do as he's attacking.
Yeah, pinning him back.
When was the last time Zaha played defense?
No, but that's the point with what's it?
He doesn't.
If Zaha doesn't help track him back, then
but
Cho
that's
has
the same
like
way. The same way Liverpool played Arsenal.
Left wing.
No, but it's the same way, bro. It's the same way Liverpool played Arsenal. When's the last time we've seen Aubameyang defend? He had to deal with Trent that whole game, pinning him back. So I think Cho can do that to Zaha.
I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying everybody's calling for him to be in there. Now I'm saying, show me the stats. Tell me what he does better than what we have in the squad already.
I think he's the second best player in the world at bringing the ball into the box.
Callum Hudson-Odoi is the second best player in the world.
Lionel Messi.
Yes, run that.
Listen. I could put. Look at the references. When we played Burnley, whose pass to Aspilicueta was that?
I'll send Lewis the stat.
He was tearing Burnley up. When we played Everton, the ball into Alonso, that was his ball. Like, you feel me? He does a lot. Like, he does a lot good. I'm telling you.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. What I'm saying
I'm
is
just saying, like,
you have to justify taking
somebody.
you have to take somebody out of the team to play Callum.
It's about
it can be Reece James. It can be one of the front three, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi has been one of our best swingers. So yeah, he's got to be up there.
I think he should go against Crystal Palace, personally.
I don't think it's going to change.
Hudson-Odoi should have started today, but yeah, he definitely needs more game time, and he's good enough to be in the side.
The problem is on game time is when he comes on as a sub, he's not very good.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the whole season?
No, just the last recently.
Recently, he has looked he has been uninterested when he comes on as a sub. He doesn't like playing on the right either. He wants to play left wing or left forward. When he's doing anything else, he does not look happy. His body language, I mean, he'll play right wing back, doesn't want to play right wing back.
I mean, he's had one of his best performances this season there, but
he's not a right wing back.
I agree with that, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not.
So if he wants to play on the left,
for us, I'd say was Burnley.
If he wants to play on the left, if he wants to play on the left, that means you're taking Werner out, which everybody says, okay, great. You're taking Pulisic out. You're taking Mount and making Mount play the right, because Mount's better off the left as well. So what I'm saying is, you have to look at it as he's a very good talent, but who are you sacrificing?
I mean, I've answered that question. If you want me to,
it's not really in terms of like, he has like Reece James has to start. It may be the best, but you could definitely rotate in that Scott. Nobody's like totally. The only person that's like irreplaceable for me in that side is Mendy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd still start James just because of Eze playing. Like, that's the thing. If they,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on the personality.
James and bring Hudson-Odoi on there if it looks like Eze's not getting as far forward, because then you can put pressure on them. But otherwise, having Eze and having Zaha as probably the left of the front two, that's going to put pressure on Azpilicueta and Reece James.
No, I hear that, to be honest, but if it's not starting at right wing back, Hudson-Odoi can play as one of the front three. They're very fluid anyway in the way they like interchange positions, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Even if Hudson-Odoi plays off on the left, sometimes in the game you might find them out on the right when they want to switch it about. Then I'll switch back. Like, there's not really set positions the front three, unless they're playing off maybe Giroud or whatnot. But if Havertz starts as false 9, then it's pretty fluid.
Yeah, I'd probably start Giroud for the weekend.
I don't know, man. I feel like Giroud looks disinterested. Like, he knows he's about to leave, bro. I look at his body language. I'm just like, this is a player that he knows he's about to go. He knows.
Money. Show me
yes,
the money.
Johnny, what do you say? Johnny, we're going to get to Mason Mount in a quick second. First off, Stephanie, big up yourself. Welcome onto the channel. Obviously, I told you, we said Jorginho won man the match, and we got a hell of a lot of discuss. So talk to me. Jorginho's performance during the game. What's your thoughts?
Come at me.
No, I don't even think that Jorginho should have got man of the match. Let me just say that straight away.
Okay, fair enough.
Mendy should have got man of the match. Or Chilwell.
Fair enough.
Or Reece James. Why are people skipping over Reece James?
Yeah, but I do think Jorginho had a good game. He definitely was better in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half, him and Kovacic weren't great. Second half, they definitely improved. But both of them have a role in both of the goals. So people saying Jovicic was finished after a West Brom loss. I mean, they came back even better today. So
it's not finished. It's warning signs, though.
My brother would like to chime in.
What warning signs did you see?
Against West Bromwich today?
Yeah.
Bro, like, there's when their players run in the middle, they easily bypass Jorginho and Kovacic with ease. They play through them way too easy, bro. If that's Real Madrid, we're done. We are done.
I know, but here's the thing: we have to take a lot into account that we were down to 10 men by that point. Like,
I'm not talking about West Brom. I'm talking about Porto. I'm talking about Porto.
Oh, you're talking about the Porto game? I thought you were talking about the West Brom match. Fair enough, then. No. I thought the Porto game was more their midfield shutting us down as soon as we got the ball. They were quick onto us, and that was half the problem.
I think that's the thing.
Jorginho they were pressing really far.
Jorginho cannot handle the press. He's whenever someone presses him, a team presses him, he cannot handle it.
He got violated tonight, man.
Yeah, like he did well with the goal. I'll give him props for the goal, but everything else wasn't good enough. And it's not because I thought he was poor. It's just the Porto, the way they set up and the way they pressed him meant he couldn't do anything. He was limited by what they did.
He did that. They did that on purpose.
Porto seemed like a very aggressive team anyway.
They had 3 players on the pivot.
Yeah.
Like for the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, like we were nullified because and then the second half you saw how Christensen and Rudiger were spraying balls left and right to Reece or Chilwell, and that was our get out of jail free card because they were so compact in the middle of the park. We had no outlet, literally no time to breathe. So big goal by Money Mace though, man.
Every time we got the ball in the midfield, it was either Kovacic taking it around 2 players and passing it backwards, or Jorginho just having to pass backwards because he was under pressure. So it became a thing of, as you said, Johnny, of playing it out wide to force the whole team to spread out.
Yeah. I just don't think that worked to our benefit, especially in the second half.
Yeah, but I don't think that's like the most physically difficult team we've played so far. And they did it. We didn't concede. We won the game. So how have they not done their job?
Hey, real quick, I got to go. I got to get back to work. So I just want to say big up to everybody. Up the Chels. And we move.
Bro.
Big up, man. Up the Chels.
Yeah, Scott, so what were you saying then? Do you think it's more of a case of the team that we were playing, or do you think it was more a case of Jorginho and Kovacic just letting themselves down in the first half? Because there's 2 different ways of looking at it.
I thought Kovacic let himself down because more often than not, it's the same problem we constantly say all the time. Where there was a moment that I think Lawrence pointed out actually in the watch along on Blues Fans TV, where he took it past 3 players and just played it backwards or sideways. It's like, no, fucking drive it forward. Like, you've just beaten 3 men. You've taken 3 of their players out of the game. Don't play it backwards and allow them to reset. With Jorginho, I think it was more the way Porto played stopped him from doing anything. But I think that's a problem as well, because if teams are able to set up to nullify a player entirely, it makes them useless being on the pitch. And it's not to say they're a bad player. It's just if they can't play because of a way a team sets up, then them being on the pitch can hurt you. It didn't hurt us tonight like it did against West Brom, but it's a worry that we can have looking at other games.
But do you feel as worried now compared to the last game? Because the last game, everyone was on Jorginho and Kovacic's necks. And fair enough, the performances weren't good enough. And we aren't going to sit here and try and run excuses for that. But
I would like to chip in with a theory. I believe, obviously I mentioned this before, I believe was it Saturday? Yeah, on Saturday, we did not play West Brom. We played the regen of the prime Barcelona 2009 side. We didn't concede to Pereira. We conceded to Messi, and we did not concede to Robinson. We conceded to Henry. That's what I'm going with. It helps me cope with it better.
I was going to say you can happily throw Fernando on that because Robinson's a fucking dickhead. Big up Zion. What are you saying, mate? Great team performance. Lewis, get me on the phone in first. Yeah. No worries. We'll sort that easy. 1 foot into the semis, up the Chelsea. Come on, guys. Yeah, I actually have to sort out the phone in a few minutes. Has anyone got anything else? Actually, before I even say that, big up Fata, bro. What are you saying, man? We were literally about to end stream.
Come on, Fata,
chat to
bro.
me. What are you telling me, bro?
Show me the minerals, son. Show me the minerals.
Come on.
Yeah, because you can get that Johnny for this mount prop the whole time. I want to hear you give him some praise now. Talk to me, bro. What are you saying?
No, I admit it a few weeks ago. It's as much as I missed him on, he did really well tonight. Did a spinner Rudy 360. Good goal. I can't say nothing else but thumbs up.
Yeah, fucking Johnny as well. We haven't heard what you're saying as well. Talk to me. What was your thoughts on the game?
Mate, I'm buzzing.
The fucking watch along. You turn up, and Mason Mount cuts it in a minute later, man. I can't be asked.
Yeah, I know. The entrance was a Johnny special, man. Literally, I'm so buzzing right now. 2 away goals. Like we're almost there to the semis. I don't care who we play. I'm down for playing anyone. Bring it on. But for me, I thought we showed, man. We showed resilience to that tonight, especially back off a stinker of West Brom, Barcelona.
Come on,
and, you know what I mean. So we explained about the pivot and how that got violated, really. But Tuchel's tactical prowess just literally tweaked it in the second half, put the Pulisic on, he looks quietly confident to go on a nice run, I feel. And with Giroud, a bit of experience up top because Kai Havertz was a bit lost. So they're the good changes, played out to the wings, and that's what we needed. Like we just, in that second goal, for me, I was happy with 1-0, I ain't gonna lie. I was happy with 1-0, take it back to the bridge. But 2-0, oh my god!
Technically, we're playing both like in Seville, but
okay. But I'm do you know what? I'm happy.
Yeah, but the second leg's going to be completely different to the first leg. Now, Porto have to come out. They have to come out and give us a game.
Because Chili's been getting a lot of stick, man, and he got that goal. That's going to do wonders for him. That will really do wonders for him, for his confidence.
Just like how Torres did it in 2012.
Yeah, he's actually.
I'm saying, you tell him, Sade. You tell him, Sade.
Love it. But the man of the match for me was. I mean, we can talk about Mendy and our defense, AC, but Money Mace, man, that goal just changed the whole dynamics of the tie of our. He settled the whole team's nerves and worries. Like we just literally bossed it, and that game was that goal was just a beautiful goal to watch, and a big game player, man. He steps up when it matters, and that's a baller right there. That's all I got to say on Money Mace.
Bro, someone else going to say something.
I was going to say I was going to say that it was more to the fact that it was professional performance, and we need the reaction after what happened on Saturday, and we got the answers what we came from. And yeah, man, I think the Saturday's game is important. We got how many days of rest? 2 days of rest, 2 days to prepare for Saturday's game. And look at the substitution that Tuchel made today. It was more of a tactical substitution, and we're playing about 25 minutes on a defensive mindset basis. he's thinking like, okay, we got this tie. The first leg already wrapped up. We're just gonna stroll it in and then be prepared for Saturday. And another thing from this onwards, I think we don't want to see like drop in the intensity level that we did against West Brom. Just keeping up with the momentum that we did today.
We move, man. We move now.
Yeah.
What
were you gonna say? What were you gonna say as well, man?
Who? Me?
Yeah, you were saying something as well.
No, I just wanted to say something real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, so on the weekend, we need Billy Gilmore to start. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Big up Gilmore over Jorginho. I'm saying
Billy's got the minerals, man. He's got the minerals, Billy.
Not again.
Billy's the goat.
The Scottish idiot.
I swear down. Don't do it.
I'm not having it.
Trust me.
Billy Goatmore.
Common boys for the win.
I think it's a bit too early.
Wait. Shades, everyone stop. Shades, bring your guy back in. I want to hear this.
Alright, so basically, the reason I say Billy Gilmore is because, I don't see that much difference between him and Jorginho, honestly.
Big up to you, man.
It's not that much different.
I can't lie. Lil Shades has a point.
You're doing this on purpose. I swear
I've got mad respect for you, mate.
For me,
I'm all for the
it.
Gilmore prop. I'm all for it, mate. All for it.
It's not
He's
even
got minerals,
prop.
man.
It's not even prop. If you look at the games that
He got the baby minerals.
If you look at
Nah. He's got big boy minerals, man.
Full minerals,
He's a Scotty. He's got the minerals, Savvy. Trust me.
I already said if there was one game Gilmore should have started, it was probably the West Brom game, and that's just on hindsight alone.
Yeah.
Now I don't really see any game that he starts.
Too cool tax.
Yeah.
He's got the passion. He's got the desire. He's got the mindset. He's proper Chelsea.
He's proper Chelsea. But he's got the Iniesta skill, man. He's got that Spanish.
What was that
vision?
No. Oh,
he's got the Iniesta skill.
Johnny makes me bro.
Guys, one at a time, guys.
Man.
Johnny, wait. Steph, then Johnny. Stephanie, go for it. I know you're waiting to say something. Go for it.
Please, Stephanie, please.
I said, no way my boy gets man of the match and people are still calling for Gilmore.
Your boy? Oh, my days.
There's no way. Right.
Why is he tweaking, cuz? Gilmore is miles better.
Okay, tell me why Gilmore is better.
The control, the composure. I didn't see Jorginho nutmeg Fabinho in it, but that's all I'm saying.
Oh, that was a year ago. If we're still
he did it. I can tell you. He can do it now.
We're amazing.
One at a time. I'll tell you, man. Gilmore has more progression than Kovacic and Jorginho together.
Exactly.
He's got the ability to play it simple sideways like Jorginho, recycling the ball, but he's also got the minerals to go forward and split a defense or open up the play. That's all I've got to say with Billy Gilmore. He's not been given the platform yet, like Jorginho.
Exactly. See, Johnny, you're my guy. I'm gonna slug you through the screen.
I am here for the Jorginho slander. I'm not here for the.
It's not slander. It's just you got to acknowledge. You got Jorginho. Jorginho's a top
I agree
player.
with what y'all say. That there's not much difference between Gilmore and Jorginho. But don't bring Kovacic.
There is though.
Don't bring
Kovacic. Billy Gilmore's got a final ball. Kovacic ain't. Kovacic will look left and right. Like where do I play the ball?
Kovacic
I'll pass it back.
Greeks are saying even Kante is more direct than Kovacic.
Yeah, but it's not. What I'm saying is it's not.
Wait,
it's not consistent.
let's start speaking, man. Jeez, let's start speaking, man.
Kovacic gave the ball through for Pulisic hitting the bar today. Jorginho assisted Mount today. That's Jovicic involved in two chances.
Oh,
so
no, I respect that. I respect that. But when you look at the Atletico game, they played like 7 balls and they all went like into the
but
stands.
you can't say Jorginho and Kovacic are not good going forward, but then Gilmore doesn't.
No, they're all right going forward. They're all right, but they're not
Gilmore's
consistent. They don't do it every game. They're doing it once every 10 or 8, 10 games. Billy Gilmore, when he's played, like against who was it? What was it? FA Cup game.
Billy
FA
Gilmore
Cup
played
game.
against Barnsley and wasn't even great.
We used
Yeah,
to
but
promote
no, but
Havertz.
he
We can't.
he
we
got robbed of a
we
penalty
use
assist.
Barnsley to promote Havertz, so these FA Cup games count. I'm not hearing it.
Bro, I think it's time will come, man. It's way too early for Billy. Time will come.
I think that's us being more shameless, to be honest, Shades, than us actually promoting him.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on. Jorginho has experience on the side. He can dictate play. He reads the game way more than
Jorginho's
Gilmore
just a
can.
fake Brazilian. Gilmore's a real Scot.
Ooh, no, Gilmore's got the reading of the game. Gilmore for an 18-year-old.
Scotland get beaten by Luxembourg.
He didn't play for Scotland though. He hasn't played for Scotland. He wasn't taken.
Are we talking Luxembourg? Because you know, let me not bring that in here. But
these comments are tripping.
Mason Mount leveling Xavi's record.
Wait, can I hear Zara in the background?
Eight chance creations in an international game, and he done it in 45 minutes because he's a baller, bro.
Yeah, the comments are even mad. I think we need to address a comment. Yes, I'm all for Jovicic slander, but drink Yoko is in no way.
Yoko, no, I can't be asked. I'm not even entertaining that shit. I can't be asked for it.
That was like Dortmund yesterday.
Who
that
said
was Dortmund.
He should get
Trust me.
Honestly, that's peak.
Nah, that's Jamie. That's my guy from away days. Big up yourself, Jamie, but that's a howler of an opinion. I'm not having that. Big up Artem as well, saying Lewis AC was great defensively, but someone needs to teach him how to play long balls. He missed a wide open to Reece James so many times at right-hand side. There was a few bad passes in the first half. I will hold my hands up and say it was calm. Marega still got inducted into the AC penitentiary. I don't give a shit. He's cheat, and we are throwing him in there anyway. I don't give a fucking shit. He's still in there. Yes, we don't have shame here. We don't have shame on this channel. I already told you about that numerous times.
There's a West Brom player in there.
Yeah.
Lewis, I got to duck out. I got like 2% battery, man. I've been rinsed.
Yeah,
today,
Johnny,
so...
bro. Thank you for jumping on
up,
anyway, man.
up,
Much
guys.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Big up,
Johnny. That's my guy right there.
Up the Chelsea. All I can say. And MM19 Hive, we are lit tonight. We are lit.
We are fucking lit tonight.
Yeah.
All is getting dropped.
Add those swimmers, bro. Add those swimmers in there. See you later.
I think everyone who's been locked in anyway from start to finish. I gotta head off because we're starting the live phone in 10 minutes. I gotta sort out my shit. Big up everyone who's been locked in. Check out everybody on their socials. Like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow for another live stream, probably talking about the Porto game, or we'll talk about
follow man on Twitter at the Lieutenant Stormzy.
But big up everybody. We're gonna leave you with a photo of the AC penitentiary because again, I'm a shameless dickhead. Big up everybody. Like and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow.